I guess these is the least bad according to statistics. Okay, Tover is pretty good as a standalone card and a elemental card. Synergy here, but I don't have weapons, so that sucks. Wow, this card's really nice to have. Blood Mage is really nice. Toxic Sewer Ooze is pretty good. Ooh, Flame Imp. Very nice early game card. Mortal Coil, huh? These two are pretty situational. So, it's too early to use situational cards. Mortal Coil is good in most decks. Tuskbar here has some synergy with Mortal Coil. It's a good 2-drop. Alright, I'm gonna choose Joga because he has a lot of cards that he could combo with very well, whereas Inzoth is a very slow card, and that's not very good for Arena. I think Young Priestess over Spiked here would be good because there, as Warlock, there's not a lot of situations where you would wait for the enemy to have a taunt to use this. And Young Priestess is nice because Warlock can draw anyway. So even if it's against a mage, it will at least be a 1 for 2 trade, and then you can hero power. So it's not too bad. And against most others is nice. And the deck so far is not saying that it's a late game deck. So this has pretty good synergy with it while being a good card. Tar Keeper is really good and has synergy with Tover. Siphon Soul is pretty nice. Ooh, Siphon Soul and Joga could be a very huge game swinging combo. Alright, looks like it could be a very early game here. We have a lot of very high quality 1-drops. We just need some 2-drops, and we have good 3-drops as well. This card is pretty good if it's gonna be a fast deck, which it's tending to be. Shadow Bolt here, it could be pretty good with Joga, and it has a lot of synergy with our spell damage. So I'm gonna take that. I'll probably get some 2s later on. Ooh, I think Abyssal goes against our kind of deck. Ugh. But if something goes wrong, it could be kind of an insurance thing. Plus, we have too many 1s drops anyway. A bit too many. Spawn of Inzoth is very unreliable. Jeez, none of these are that good. This is the best of the worst. Egg Napper, pretty good here for a fast deck. This is pretty good 6. Sometimes we will get to later and have some is good, but we have a lot of late right now for a deck that's supposed to be early. Let's see. We only have 3 3-drops, and we have 3 2-drops as well, but this has a lot of synergy. It's a really good card. Alright, Shattered Sun Cleric could be kind of a tempo thing, because the 1/1, if we have the board, can be used immediately. If I didn't have so many late game cards already, I would choose Stormwind, because having board control and then playing Stormwind is a really good, nice win condition. But if I get too many late game cards early on, I'll be done. Dread Corsair, best of the worst. Shadow Flame could be really nice as an earlier kind of AoE removal. Death Speaker is really good in a fast deck, but we do need a 2 again. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need 2. We only have 4 2s so far. So we don't take this 2, we're gonna regret it deeply. We really need a 5 as well. This card's really good. And there's another 2. Nice. So overall, this deck is actually very cohesive. We have 3 first turn playables, 4 2-drops, 5 4 3-drops, a couple of 4-drops, in only a handful of late game cards. Nice. Getting Flame Beam early is really good, even if the other two cards aren't too good. It almost makes up for it, just because we could hero power on turn 2, and it would be like we had a turn 2 play because of Flame Imp. But no, we also get a 2-drop, so this is looking very, very nice. Alright, that's not a 3, but it's not so bad. We could play a 2 on turn 3 and keep the momentum going. Having momentum against another Warlock is really important, because when you get damage to the enemy's face, when they need the health as a resource to hero power, it cripples them a little bit. More than if they could just heal themselves. If he has the hero power here, then I pretty much straight up win. Ooh, that's not much better though, because it's not gonna take care of anything.
I suppose.
Well, unless he does something like that, that's pretty good. Having the 1-3 there, with that, it's a nice combo.
I taste blood. Vengeance.
Ooh. A lot of damage. Alright. If all goes well, this should be able to knock that straight out of the park. Yeah, I think I'll just go face here. If it doesn't work out, it's not so bad, because I do have Abyssal Enforcer. So even if it is at 1 damage, I'll be able to kill it the turn after this one. Although it is a bit scary though. You can now just do that. Huh. Ooh, Shadow Flame. Okay, I think that was actually a misplay. Oh well, I can, it's a misplay that I can correct. That's the silver lining here. By using Abyssal Enforcer next turn. Although he'll get a good trade still. Yeah, it was actually a bad play. If I lose, I just have myself to blame. Ooh. Alright, I get a free skeleton. Not his best play. Well, he couldn't have known that I had this.
Working me to the bone.
I have a lot of quality cards on my hand right now. I hope I draw Drogal pretty soon. I have 3 cards that could be used with it very well. And I'd rather do it when I'm healthy.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
It can go on for quite a while, my dude. The strongest play here, without being too open to AoE or mind control tech, would be these 2 cards. So that's what I'm going to do. I actually kind of wanted to go onto Tar Creeper, so he's a little more useful in case the guy takes out Abyssal Enforcer. Or if he summons something big that has charge, but it's okay. Looks like he's dumped. Yeah, you wonder, buddy. You wonder how you're gonna lose this game, huh?
Ready or not, here I come.
That's not a very strong play at this point in the game for him. Oh yeah, actually, I think I have lethal. Yeah, I have lethal if he doesn't do anything else. Yep. Okay, so I do that, and that's lethal. Let's see what my next card would be here. It would be this one. Oh, which would also be... No, it wouldn't be lethal, so I have to do this. And that is 8 wins.
Your soul
Ooh,
shall
this is
be
actually
mine.
not so bad. If I play Young Priestess and it doesn't die, then I can buff it up, and then it can buff the Fallen Sun Cleric. So it's a buff fest. Normally I wouldn't want a Fallen Sun Cleric on turn 2, but in this scenario I'll keep it. If this goes off well, it increases the chances of winning by quite a lot. And it's kind of nice that I actually have Mortar Coil as well, because if he plays a turn 1 minion, I could just Mortar Coil. Unless he's one of those weirdos that picks... Actually, there's that one card that's really good, that has 2 health at level 1. Oh wait, no, I go first, never mind. Ignore everything I just said. Aww. Wow, that's really value from him. I have a 3rd turn, so I'm not gonna draw here. Against Hunter, you really need control of the board as soon as possible, because he can, after he takes you down to 15 and he's healthy, he basically wins just by using hero power and having some cards on the board.
I love omelets.
And also killing the Mastiff lets me play Egg Napper without having it get hit by 1
This
damage.
document looks legally binding.
Ooh, that's really strong. Nice, we can actually block it from happening and then get more tempo while he's trying to get it off. If that wasn't there, I would have actually used Sun Cleric on this guy, because that would be way healthier. Oh my. So I guess I can't use AoE this game. And he didn't even attack. That's a misplay. I can't really kill anything. He has a bunch of cards. He could have Unleashed the Hounds.
So many possibilities.
The question is, can I actually play around Unleash the Hound right now? I cannot, so I am not going to even attempt to do it. So I'm gonna play these 2, and perhaps this. Yeah, I'll play it now, so it can get damaged. We'll buff this to be a bit stronger, so it doesn't die to 2 damage, which Hunter does have some of. Ooh, that's a nice legendary you got there, buddy. But this is actually really good for us as well, because now we can just destroy everything. Yep, destroy everything. Let's think this through. I can attack these 2 into that, and then trade that, and then buff this with that, and boom, goes the dynamite. Let's do that.
Immortality.
Keep your peace.
Oh, wait, I almost messed up. I should use this to attack his face first, and then do that. Woo!
Pay attention, class.
We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on the board, but there's a taunt. And I don't think he has many spells. I have so much minions that he could target with spells, and he hasn't used a single spell. So I'm gonna let it live. It is kind of useless. Ooh, Joga. We can use Joga with Siphon Soul next turn.
When Earth moves, empires fall.
I'm just going to go to face. Sure, he'll kill it, but I get more damage to face, and I know he doesn't have any type of board clear that I should avoid having minions with.
It's boom o'clock.
Yeah, something like that might have happened. So going to face there was really good, so I could get the necessary damage. Oh, can he kill that?
I moves quickly.
Wow, 1.0 lethal. Oh, Cabot. Oh wait, never mind. This guy will give me the lethal.
Well played.
And that is 9 wins. Alright, we're against a shaman. Shaman is pretty difficult. They have a lot of removals and AoE. And our deck is about filling the board. So this could be the end here, but we will see. Ooh, this is actually really nice here. Well, no, not exactly. If I don't have a 2, then it's not exactly too good. But having a Flame Imp turn 1 is super good in and of itself. If I draw 2, I will use coin and get 2 out so we can get some early Young Priest action. But if not, I'm just gonna leave it so I can actually just coin Dread Corsair turn 3 if I don't have anything else. If I were to coin now, I might have to just use hero power on turn 2, which would be slow. Ah, I actually got that. I'm going to use Young Priestess here because the earlier you put her down, the more useful she is.
Speak your peace.
And then I'll give this guy the damage because the priest might give him more health and then he'll survive for longer. But she didn't. 50-50. Oh, now I really wish he got it because that health isn't gonna do much on him. I could summon Dread Corsair and that will actually be really good traits. And protect my Young Priest. Now, and he has pretty low mana because of the 2 overload. Now he's only gonna have 2 mana. So I'm not gonna attack here because I would rather this guy get the really nice trades. Alright, so I would say that this is a good chance to find out if he has any kind of AoE, but his smallest AoE is the Lightning Storm. So he doesn't have enough mana for that. I think it's good to sacrifice Arcus here because Arcus does not have a taunt. So we haven't really tested if he has the AoE, so summoning this will get it into crossfire if he does. So this is the perfect test right here. So I'm just getting a hero power. I'm already way ahead on board anyway. That's not too good. I want it to be on the Dread Corsair because if he does have AoE, Dread Corsair will 100% live. But the chances of that were low.
Brought me back.
Oh. Okay, so that is absolutely 100%. He has no AoE. He doesn't really have any turn 6 AoE. There's Volcano for 5 mana, and there's Lightning Storm for 3 mana, and then there's Power Overwhelming, I think, for 4 mana. So we are pretty much in the clear to just go to his face here.
Immortality.
No quarter.
Especially because of that card.
More training.
If we don't kill that card, he's gonna lose lots of cards in his deck, and then our late game will be a bit more better. More better. That's, yep, I just did that. There's Volcano. That was actually his next card. Now I'm even more confident to just keep going face. Though, of course, if there's good trades, I will do them. Ooh. Huh. Too bad there's not really any minions that are notable to use it on. but I guess I may as well use on this guy. And this is a good trade for him, so I'm gonna prevent that good trade by doing this.
More training.
If I go to face with all of them, do I have lethal? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
More training.
That would be lethal just with Abyssal by itself. So technically next turn I should have lethal. Spell damage is a bit scary. If he has something that does a little bit of damage, it could do a lot of damage.
More training.
Shaman doesn't really have that much healing. If he does have healing, it would be with inefficient cost cards, and I'm okay with that. So I'm going to ahead and destroy that to, in case he gets any kind of good spell damage cards. Ooh. That's actually pretty scary because he gets to choose 3 of them and we know they have overload. So there's a good chance that he could get an overload board clear. But he shouldn't be able to use it right away because he just used Frost Elemental. And the next turn, since he's overloaded, he'll have 7 mana instead of 8. So if he does have AoE, it would be scary if that is actually left alive. And at least this card would be alive. So I'm gonna Siphon Soul this and then go to face. And then I'll still have lethal if he kills everything but this guy. Oh wow. Ooh. That's a bit rough for me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8. Ah, but I can actually increase that. 2, 4, 5, and then use this. There we go, that's lethal. Because this is gonna do 3 damage to everything, including face. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I was thinking about spell damage, but this isn't spell damage. And that is 10 wins.
Watch your.
This could be pretty
Your
tough.
soul shall be mine.
The Rogues has a lot of early board clear, and generally can rush down Warlock and not let them use their hero power. So I didn't really want the Sun Cleric there because if I didn't have a 2, this guy was pretty much just gonna be dead. If I played this now, it would force him to at the very least use his hero power after coining. And it's pretty good tempo anyway. Not much I can do to avoid it not dying. Oh, he didn't use coin. Surprisingly enough, but I have a pretty good curve. Ooh, maybe he doesn't have a 2. And then that was his only 2.
Don't forget.
Oh, no way. Okay. Good stuff. Oh, hey. Ah, but that doesn't really matter. It does 1 more damage, but I don't really need that. Although I think I should still do it. The problem with just going Facer is that leaving this alive actually just heals him anyways. And the longer he's alive, the more she's healed. So I'm going to go ahead and kill that. Not going to use this because it makes no difference right away. And see what card I get. And I think I'll make it so that he's pretty much forced to use his hero power on turn 3. So he likely could waste 1 mana. It doesn't really matter which I put on. Acidic Swampus. This guy doesn't really like to use his hero power, it looks like. So I think if he had those blade things that can kill these 2, he would have done it. So I think I'm just gonna play this and go to face. This could be a mistake, but it is It is a read. Plus, this taking damage doesn't really do that much for him. And it will be a 1 waste of mana, unless he has a 1 cost card, if he uses it on this turn. And he has that again at turn 3. Pretty mana inefficient so far. There we go, he finally uses his hero power. Took him quite a while. Playing Kabalt here is kind of awkward, but could be really good because it's gonna buff one of these guys and then he will be forced to kill it or let it sit there and keep getting more powerful. But then again, if I play it next turn, I could protect it since I am ahead on tempo a little bit. Not really though. So I'm actually just going to play it because it's gonna give me a lot of tempo. Because of the effect of giving 3 damage to this guy. So now I can't be traded too easily. Ah, once he does that. At this point, he's really low, so I'm going to just go ahead and do my strongest plays and go to face. And he didn't use any kind of AoE earlier. Plus mages don't really have much AoEs. And that'll protect it from the fan of knives, I think is what's called. There we go. Force him to do the trades. Now he's really low, so every time he uses dagger, it's kind of a waste of mana. More of a waste if he didn't have as low of a health, because then I can just attack his face. So this play is stronger for 7, preserves mana and more power. Oh, gotta make sure you use this one first, and also it kills that. But because you don't want to lose 3 cards for no reason, I want to do this because having the damage spread out is a little better if they don't have AoE. Because then they can't just use a single removal on him. And that is 11 wins.
Gul'dan versus Arthas.
For Lordaeron, your soul shall be mine.
Well, the final boss is a flashy guy. Whew, this is intimidating. And I don't have good cards to boot. Mordecai is not that good if you're not protecting anything with it. So I'm gonna trade that and get some, try and get 1 drop and 2 drops. Got 2 drops and 3. I'm going first, so that's not so bad. Aw, another 2. I would probably summon Tuskar because he's a 2-3, and getting buffed early will make him a 3-4, which is a bit better than 4-3. Ah, and it'll be protected from that.
Smelly fish, yummy fish.
Oof. Now I can't use it on that. Ah, cool. But
A real stinker.
so the question here is, do we want a bit more tempo, or do we want to save this guy for the weapon? If I don't get tempo with this kind of deck, I'm kind of screwed until I get Abyssal Enforcer, which is going to be in forever. So I pretty much have to use this, even if he's going to bring out a big weapon right now. Not using it would be a super good trade for him. Then he would be already ahead. Ooh, this is pretty good Tar Creeper right now. And I trade into that. And you do this over that because this gives more survivability to the board if he summons stuff like that. This is pretty good though because I can now use Psychotron and he doesn't have a ping. So his weapon would be pretty much useless against Psychotron. Or I could use these two. They would have 1 more damage and do pretty much the same thing. A bit more vulnerable to Consecrate though. Not really though. Consecrate would clear everything either way. But I have Sun Cleric, which means that if I play Psychotron and he doesn't get the Divine Shield, I can buff into 4/5 with Divine Shield. So this is better. For his turn, it's pretty much the same, but for my next turn, it's better to use this because of Shattered Sun Cleric synergy with Divine Shield. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't summon anything big, which means I'll probably use on this guy so I can clear that very easily. He does waste a lot of mana because of that, though. So this is, in a way, just free damage pretty much.
Cleanse the sun well.
So I'm gonna trade this because protecting the Divine Shield is very important. This late in the game, I wouldn't really be surprised if he just used Mind Control tech on me. So I'm going to go ahead and use Zero Power. My board is good enough as it is anyways. Ooh, Jogal plus Siphon Soul. If he summons anything big here. Alright, he finally decides to pop the shield. What's he got up in store?
Path is my destiny.
Nothing.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, so I am going to trade here because this is really good trade since I only have 1 damage. He doesn't have AoE, but there's no telling if he has Mind Control tech is the issue here. So I'm going to play like he does. It feels like he does because he's been holding his cards, and why would he hold his cards, you know, if he doesn't have Consecrate? He probably has Mind Control tech. So I'll keep winning just with 3 cards and then go to face doing damage all the while. There's another sword. You gotta have at least 3 true silvers to get this far. So it's actually holding on to a charge. Wow, he could have drawn it. I didn't really pay attention. Now we could summon 2 more minions here. Definitely gotta summon this. Then Hero Power, because I only gotta summon 1 more to avoid Mind Control tech. And I have to kill that so that he doesn't ping the shield. We know that he had trouble in the past getting past the Divine Shield, so we have no reason to think that he has no trouble now.
Winter is here.
Ah, that's actually one of his first cards. Ah, he's been holding on to it because he has none of that. Wow, he's been holding on to a lot of not that good cards. Ooh. Let's see here. Alright.
Push forward.
So, don't really have
Push
lethal,
forward.
but I want to summon more minions. I want to kill that because the Divine Shield is giving him tons of trouble. So, I'll do this. Get rid of that and summon 2 more minions. Oh no! I was in a rush. Oh no. I missed 3 damage. Oh no. Misplay. So yeah, I'm actually doing this on purpose. Giving him a chance. I think this is a pretty good time to use Joga on and then Siphon Soul that guy because I don't have any other real ways to do it easily. Actually I do. I have a very easy way.
I wonder.
No, it's not that easy. No, it is easy. Ah, it is easy. Alright. So the easiest way to get rid of that while maintaining board control would be to use this and sacrifice Dread Corsair. Buy Dread Corsair, but you can't do damage right away, so you're not special. She's special. She can actually do damage. And there it is. I was considering using Joga and Siphon Soul, but it has way more potential. Like this one has potential. Like, I was stuck on deciding to use this for the longest time, but I found another way after about like a minute of thinking, and I am really glad I found that way. Joga wins me another game. Woo! 12 wins, baby! There it is. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit like and subscribe. I plan to do many more videos like this one, so stick around if you're interested.